are now paying a very, very high price. Today's settlement removes for now an issue that could have threatened the very existence of pro football, America's secular religion, and will also bring immediate medical and financial relief for former players dealing with injuries they believe are the result of on-field concussions. Former players like the running back Kevin Turner, a 44-year-old hobbled by ALS.
You can get on with treating your problem and not worrying about
Look at this video. According to ESPN Sports Science, big blows like this can be the equivalent of taking a sledgehammer to the head. More than 4,500 former players sued the NFL, as well as the families of players like Junior Seau, who committed suicide and was later found to have a brain disease called CTE, which has been linked to concussion. There were allegations that the NFL deliberately covered up the risk from players like the legendary quarterback Jim McMahon, whose girlfriend now has to program his home address into the GPS in his car so he doesn't get lost.
They knew about it, and they didn't tell us. You know, it's just like flat out lying to you. You know, it's looking in the face and lying to you.
Not having to open up its files, not having to open up its books. The NFL gets a chance to not be examined in a way that could have been very embarrassing.
In your court filings, you wrote, the NFL glorified the hyperviolent collisions most likely to lead to head trauma and orchestrated a disinformation campaign to conceal the resulting brain injuries.
That's right.
So by settling, have you let them off the hook?
No, unless somebody thinks paying $760 million is letting somebody off the hook, then by that definition, yeah, but we didn't.
Critics say the settlement is too small, but the money will bring immediate relief for the league's 19,000 former players, every one of whom will be eligible for a medical exam. Those with cognitive impairment will get further testing and treatment, and those with serious illnesses will get up to $5 million. I wish to say the settlement does not require the NFL to make any safety changes to reduce concussions. So when the season kicks off next week, it will be business as usual. Nonetheless, the settlement does raise awareness on an issue that is not going away. The players keep on getting bigger, and the hits keep on getting harder.
And the questions keep getting bigger, too. Thank you, Dan. And minutes ago, I had a chance to talk to ESPN's Chris Mortensen, who's been covering the NFL for a decade. How is everybody supposed to feel about that tonight?
Without question, people believe this is a win for the NFL owners, the 32 owners, that it's a win. Then I spoke to Kevin Mawae, the former NFL Players Association president, a former player, now retired, who was part of this group, and he said, in essence, the NFL didn't have to admit they had any wrongdoing. We had no discovery. He said, what I call this is hush money.
So that's the thing. When we look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now, does anything change for the game today?
Well, I think the only thing that changed is for the people who were impacted many years ago, who are suffering today, and rather than be in the grave and have gotten nothing, or rather not getting the type of medical care they need now, whether it's through dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever problems they're suffering, they now get some financial means to take care of those issues. For the players going forward, that's what a guy like Kevin Mawae was saying. He goes, well, I'm more informed, I'm better educated, I can make better decisions by having no discovery, by paying this hush money, by...
Don't you want to take it to your doctor appointment?
We don't know what the repercussions are going to be for the players who have recently retired. There's a lot of things that have risk, and I think they do feel that they're addressing the culture of football, and they're starting at a younger level going forward, and it's probably going to take 10, 15, 20 years to solve all the problems.
This is sure a big headline today. A lot of people arguing about it tonight.
That's for sure.
Thank you so much, Chris.